Ooh.
So backstory for this hotel is also like usually the crew are telling, you know what? I think Sunny is seeing something in the background.
I don't know whether did you see my door open?
Well, there was a strange thing which happened to Sunny while we were recording the podcast. Stay tuned and watch the full episode to know what really happened. Hi guys, welcome back to my podcast channel Something You Wanna Know. I hope you enjoyed the previous episode of Ghost Stories. If you haven't watched all the parts, please do watch it. I will leave the link in my description below. Now, Priyanka will be telling us stories about haunted hotels. So let's go over to Priyanka.
Hi guys. So I'll be narrating the next story. So this happened with a friend of mine, my colleague. So we went to this destination in Kathmandu, and the hotel over there, like again, the crew say is haunted and all, but we don't know until someone experiences. But she told me that she actually experienced something. So she landed in the afternoon, and it was a long, exhausting flight. So all she wanted to do was eat and sleep. So she gets her room key and she goes, and there are like villas in line next to the swimming pool. So she got the ground floor. So she was there. So she takes her bags in and checks in, relaxes, and she's like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now. And she's just like, falling into deep sleep. And that's when she can hear these children are talking and playing and they're running in the corridor. And while she's hearing that, she can also hear a lady wearing ghungroos. So the kids are playing and she can hear this lady is walking behind them or around them. And then she's like, she's in her sleep. She's like, can you please just stop it and just stop making so much noise? She screamed. And then the noise stopped. And she's like, okay, so maybe whoever these neighbors or these kids are, they must have gone away. After some time, again she starts hearing the noise. And now this is right outside her room. And again they're like laughing and giggling and they're running. You can hear them stomping in the lobby, not lobby, the corridor area. And now with anger, like she's got the pillow, she's like trying to cover her ears and she's like, what the fuck? And she takes it and she just throws it towards the door. And she's like, can you please just go from here? And the next thing she can hear is this noise of the pile. It's running towards her direction. It came, and at this point she's still in bed with her eyes like closed and she's like trying to sleep with the pillow on her ears. And this noise came rushing towards her to her bed and it jumped on her and was pushing her head down with the pillow. So she had the pillow on her head and she was being pushed down. And she was trying to struggle, she couldn't move. And after like 10-15 seconds, she was able to move and she got up and she sat and she's like, what the hell just happened? And so she immediately went and opened the door and checked. There was nobody.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah,
There's nobody.
that's what happened. There was no one. There were no kids. There was no lady. And
Ever.
at all, it was pin drop silence. There's nobody in the lobby. So this
Which
girl
place was this?
also in Kathmandu.
Kathmandu.
Yeah, and she also has a very strong sixth sense. She can see spirits as well. Even though she's an Indian, she does have that power, but which she doesn't call it as a good thing because she doesn't like it. And they've said that the old section of the hotel was built on a children's orphanage. So there are a lot of stories and rumors that you can hear the kids running around. They will come to your room. They'll switch on the TV. Cartoon channels come on, and so the kids will come knock on your door. And when you go and open the door, there's nobody there. So it's like these children's spirit is actually scaring the residents there. like the guests rather.
So the origin. So how many years back are we talking about this?
This
Like the
is
orphanage was there.
the orphanage maybe like 10 years ago, and the lights do come and go off. But for me, and I of course requested. So wherever I hear this hotel is haunted or something, I request for that destination and I go. And to my finding was like, because Kathmandu is the hotel is on a hilly region, so the electricity, there are power cuts. So that's the reason why it trips. The lights go off, and then maybe after 5-10 minutes, the generators kick in and the lights come on. So yeah, but since she was the one who actually experienced it, this is like first-hand story, I believe her, because she also said back home in Cochin, her native place, she can see her grandmom. She was she died under some mysterious circumstances. So I think there's some property dispute. So her mom and her two younger sisters were living with the grandmother and the other family members. So every night she can see her grandmother walking in the veranda. She keeps taking circles till the beginning of the dawn. And she can see her clearly, but the other family members can only feel the presence. But when she went home on vacation and when she stays there, she's like, you know what, don't worry, don't be scared. It's actually just Nana, like grandmother.
So they don't try to communicate with her.
No.
She's not harmful? Like she does not harm them?
No, she's just protecting the house. So she just walks around the veranda and all. And then on the first floor also they have like this balcony which goes throughout their bungalow. So she takes circles there and then down.
But right, that they shouldn't be there in the first place, right?
Who they? Which
like
they?
The soul.
Grandma shouldn't be there in the first place. Because, see, if it's a guiding spirit, it's fine. If it's an angel or if it's a guiding spirit, it's fine.
It's fine,
but then, Nana can't be there, right? That's not.
That's what I'm saying. It can be a demon.
Who's taking a form of.
Yes, taking a form of the grandmother. So I asked her, like, do you interact with her? She's like, no. She just walks around the house. Nobody talks to her, anything. The family members can feel it, but she's the only one who can see her. And she says it's grandmother. So I think it's just someone impersonating her. And I was like, dude, whatever it is, just do not acknowledge the presence. Because the minute you acknowledge them, then they will start to try and get attached to you, and then they want you to do things. And at the end of the day, they're just after your soul. So guys, do not acknowledge the presence.
Yeah, so basically so there is something what we really need to understand here is that more than fear, they try to connect with you very emotionally. They'll try to lower you down because you're the most easiest prey when you're broken and when you're deep and when you're dark, you're sullen, everything. That's when they can, you are an easy prey to them.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you another story. Again, this is a first-hand story. This is happened to a colleague of mine. So this is in flight. We were sitting and talking about ghost stories, and she was the one who looked very out of place, and she had a very weird expression. So I looked at her and I asked her, like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Are you scared and all? She was like, hey, I just don't like talking about ghost stories and all. I said, okay, any reason why, or just what? Are you so scared? She's like, no, actually, to tell you the truth, Priyanka, I can see them. I was like, what? Like, this was gold for me. So I'm like, okay. I said, can you share something with me if you don't mind? So the two of us, we sat separately on the jump seat. And I said, can you tell me like your own personal experience, which has been the worst for you? So she told me this happened in Nairobi. So when it was like a short layover. So you land in the night, like in the evening-ish, and the next day is the flight in the morning. So she said she took the room keys and all. So I will just give you a description of the room, like how it looks like. So when you enter the room, there's like a small passageway, like a corridor, and on the left hand side is the bathroom. On the right hand side on the wall is your closet. And then you walk straight in. On the left, you have the bed. Opposite the bed, you have the old TV closet, with the cupboards, the old style with the TVs inside, and you close the door. Yeah, so that's there. And next to that, you have a full length mirror standing. And next to that, you have the office desk, like, a workstation, a lamp chair, and opposite that, you have the couch. So the couch and the bed are in the same line. And there was only one charging point, which was at that office desk. So now she's like, okay, so she wanted to talk to her mom, and but the battery was too low. So she's like, okay, you know what? I will put the phone aside. So she kept the phone over there for charging, and she switched off the light. However, it was not pitch dark. So there was one lamp on. So there was a little bit of light. And she said that, Priyanka, when I was just falling asleep, she could hear like a scratching sound, like a cling sound from a glass. And she was wondering like what it is. So she was just laying in bed. So she just turned, and while she was just lying down, she turned and she saw in that full length mirror, she could see one lady standing. And this lady is white, like European looking. And her hair was open on her face, and she could see her clearly that she's European. She's white, and her haircut was like layers. And she was like very pretty. So this is in Nairobi. And she's like, what the hell is happening? And this girl is just standing like this in the mirror, and with the hair on the front. And then she starts crawling out of the freaking mirror.
Shit.
Like the ring.
Yeah.
She's crawling out, and not like a normal crawl, it's a very weird crawl that she did. Yeah. She crawled out of the mirror. So at the end of her bed, this entity just stood up. And no, she didn't stand at that point. She was still crawling. She crawled all her way to the bed next to her, where her head was. And now she's seeing all of this, and she is shitting bricks. So she turns around, and she's wondering, like, what should I do? Should I react or not react?
Shit.
And this entity comes and she sits next to her. So now her head is here. She's sitting next to her with the legs folded like this. And she kept rocking like this next to her the whole night.
My God.
She was just rocking. Yes. So her head is here. She's sitting next to her. She's just rocking. And then she kept looking at her, rocking, looking. And that's what she did the whole night. And she was so scared, she couldn't move. She did not sleep the entire night. And plus, she did not want her to know that she can see her. And she wanted to scream, she did not. And her phone was also on the other side. You remember, on the desk next to the mirror.
Yeah.
She didn't sleep that whole night. And as soon as it was morning, just at the break of dawn, this entity disappeared. And she quickly got out of her bed, grabbed her phone, and she ran to the reception. And she said, you know what? This is what happened to me. And they were like, oh no, nothing. And that was the time when one of the supervisors was downstairs, had come down for breakfast. And he saw her being such a mess, and she was talking to the reception guys. Like, what happened? Like, can I help you types? And then she said, this happened to me. And he's like, are you okay? It's like, no, like I'm really scared. And he's like, it's okay, just come, chill. And then they went on the flight. And later they found out that apparently they had found, because in that hotel, it's a very popular hotel. there were a lot of airline crew who stay there in the same hotel. So it's not the same one. So it's different airlines as well. And they had found one of the crew dead body in the room. She had died under some mysterious circumstances, something like that.
Oh. So it was her spirit, basically.
Yeah. So basically, they're saying because she's a white lady, and she's the one she's even seen in corridors, and she's haunting that hotel. And there are other people also.
Corridors as well.
Yeah, by other people. So other people have also seen her, but for her personal experience, she crawled out of the full-length mirror.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Strange and scary.
Shit, you fell down.
If you would like me to bring some more amazing ghost stories, please comment below and let me know.
And so backstory for this hotel is also like usually the crew are telling, you know what? I think Sunny is seeing something in the background.
I don't know whether, did you see my door open?
Oh
Yeah, it is open right now, but I don't know if it was closed before.
my God,
Damn,
Sunny.
girl, you got a guest. So guys, as Sunny said, spirits are his friends and like his cousins. So one of them is come to visit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll tell you what the situation is right now. So we're talking all these. So obviously we have, we are in that zone right now. And
What time is it there now? Are we close to
12.
3 o'clock? Shit.
No, 12 I suppose, yeah. So I just had a peek like this. The door was slightly open. No, it wasn't open, and then it opened. Okay, and I could see only Bozo's eyes like this, like
Now,
this.
who the hell is Bozo? Don't tell me he's your
My brother.
Casper.
My brother.
Okay.
So I could see only Bozo's eyes sweeping like this. For a moment, I almost got a start. Like shit. And could you hear the dog barking?
No.
That's when you could hear all the dogs barking.
No.
At the
Wow,
same
you
time,
have the whole setup.
this bugger standing like this behind me. Yeah. Shit.
You have the whole setup happening.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Something You Wanna Know. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks and peace out.